Let's talk about using text structure. When you read an informational text, you can use this text structure and text features and facts and details in the text to identify the main idea or focus of the text. One way is to use text features. Many informational texts include headers to help you know when certain parts are about. So you can use these headers to quickly look through and find what you want to read. The headers can also help you identify the focus of the part of the text. So it's gonna help you a lot when you're reading a text. And then also, as you read informational text, it is quite helpful to pay attention to the structure of the text. So if you can identify what kind of structure it is, then it will lead you to the key concept or the main idea, and it will give you a better understanding of the text. So let's practice. One of the ways is to ask yourself questions like, what is the main idea and what is the text structure of the following example? So here I have the excerpt of the Wonders of the World, and I want you to read it. As you know, in the great empire of China, we're standing an enormous wall, which is the Great Wall, and as it called, it is over 5,000 miles long. And yet, perhaps the most marvelous thing about the wall is that it is built 2,300 years ago, with no aid from modern technology, and it is still standing. Here I can evaluate the text feature of this paragraph. This text uses a header, the marvel of the Great Wall of China, just from the start. Since the author is using the great great word marvel to describe the Great Wall of China, I can infer that the main idea is the Great Wall of China is a marvel. And it is, because as I read this text, I can see why the authors support the main idea by giving descriptions of the wall. Notice of how each piece of description focuses on what makes the wall amazing or marvelous. If the author has given negative description, it would not have supported the main idea. Like in China, they have enormous wall. It is over 5,000 miles long. The wall was built 2,300 years ago. It was built without modern technology, and it is still standing. So the answer to this text is that the main idea to this text is the Great Wall of China is a marvel, and the text structure here is descriptive. Then you ask yourself another question, and still ask yourself a question: what is the main idea and what is the text structure of the following example again, to answer other paragraph. Other informational text. So not only you can find it in an informational text, but you can also find it in texts that give you what to do. Okay, so here's an excerpt from the scientific experiment you can do. So basically, this one is talking about chemical reaction. So here it just said that you use vinegar and baking soda, and then together, and it will just pop. So begin by pouring 3 tablespoons of vinegar into the container. Just add 1 teaspoon of baking soda by the lid of the container, and quickly pressure of the gas will build up in the container. Once enough pressure has gone up, the lid will pop off. The bubbling gas formed during this particle result during a base, baking soda, and acid vinegar. So here, the main idea here would be you can create a chemical reaction using vinegar and baking soda, because since this text does not give headers like the first one, you need to analyze the facts and detail it here. So by reading the first sentences, you know this article is a how-to one, just like, tell you what to do something. They explain and here it can explain how to create a chemical action too. So the main idea of this paragraph would be you can create a chemical reaction using vinegar and baking soda. The next step, you find text structure. Okay, what kind of structure does the author use to support the main idea? So by breaking down the process into smaller steps and telling what order they should be completed in, the author helped the reader see how to create the reaction. So first, you pour the vinegar in, and then you add the baking soda, put the lid on, watch the gas form, and the lid pop off. So after the listing all this step, the author finishes by telling how the bubble and the gases are created, and they are the result of the reaction between a base and an acid. So this is an explanation or proof of why mixing baking soda and vinegar is a chemical reaction and how they work out, because one is a base and one is an acid. So by giving this evidence, the author solidifies the main idea and proves the process is classified as a chemical reaction. So the main idea here is you can create a chemical reaction using vinegar and baking soda. And the text structure is a time order structure. So you can have a lot of structure, but in a lot of excerpt, a lot of text, and then you can put it small out, think, find the idea, find the text structures, found all the evidence that give us the text structure. So that's all of our lesson today. Just identify the key concept when you read a text, an informational text, or any kind of text. Just be sure to use the text feature, the text structure, and the facts and detail to identify the key concept and really understand the text. So that's all of our lesson today. Have a good day.